kickoff for Chicago.
It's been a trying year for everybody, but the tradition continues. Super Bowl 55, away we go from Tampa. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. With a first touchdown.
Chicago.
And a long one at that. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up for the extra.
So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they get it started in this one?
Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Quite make it to the 25.
Darrell Patterson on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Campbell. Oh, he got possession on him, and he pulls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. You know, what a story this could be for this young signal caller. High draft pick, got the weight of the franchise on his shoulders, and now here he is, first rookie quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl, trying to become, of course, by extension, the first rookie quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl.
It is amazing, especially in recent years with as many rookies as we've had who've started at quarterback, that we're just now getting the first one to get to a Super Bowl and try and win it. Phenomenal.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 63 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Danson got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-run drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Campbell on first and 10. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of if someone has the hot hand, you got to keep going back to it.
The defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge, because right now, he's absolutely shredding him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throw again. Campbell being chased out left. Gonna let one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with a record fourth Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Campbell now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People are starting to realize that 3 for 2 is really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From just inside the 20, short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Wow. That's crazy.
65 yards.
I'm getting bashed by my own team.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They're a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Now it's Patterson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Patterson on the return.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First
You
and
think about the great young quarterbacks we have in the game today. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl winner last year. Lamar Jackson, last year's MVP. How is this young man compared to what those guys have done?
Well, I think everything's pretty similar except for this. He's won playoff games and got to the Super Bowl as a rookie. Lamar Jackson, he won the MVP his second year in the league. Patrick Mahomes, he did the same thing and then won the Super Bowl his third year in the league. This guy, right out of the gate, has gotten to the Super Bowl, I think those two look at him like, my goodness, I thought we were pretty good. That's off the charts.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
That makes the score.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison in Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown. 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
What's up? Right.
Comes out to the
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. As a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
29 to
Should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
To Tariq Cohen. A fumble on the play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they got it with a 1st and 10.
Bears 21.
Keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line.
He was brought down.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Campbell going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Well, I'm about to bounce back from this shit. Let's get
They
it.
need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
For a Chicago Bears.
A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And You know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think of the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon. He had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And the Bears are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. From the gun, Campbell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Buying time, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Operating from the gun. Campbell. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was 15 yards. Now Campbell on 1st down. And he finds his tight end Graham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
10 at the 12-yard line.
To throw is Campbell. Throwing on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the gun, Campbell
tweaking,
Second to 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeout.
Are you on your live?
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is
YouTube, through YouTube too? I got you.
Operating from the gun. Campbell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Quarterback sack.
A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Campbell looking to throw on second down. Graham displaying the... Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh, man, come on.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
It leads to
line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this where both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 57 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know who we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this stuff...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them off, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a dump off here complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Here's Campbell. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion, but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it, but 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way, depending on who converts on 4th down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Campbell now to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 95 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Pretty clean and simple. Just 2 plays with a long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way and he's having that type of a game.
And he's been nearly impossible to cover. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 68 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And you have to wonder, Charles, the psyche of a young quarterback.
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Campbell operating from the gun. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And the drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he down to the knee at the 25-yard line. At the line, planning for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Campbell. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Campbell. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Second down pass.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. You give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Campbell. Looking to throw on 2nd down. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Campbell. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Campbell on 1st and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Campbell. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. From the gun, Campbell. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears cut into that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Campbell and firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, command.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Bears first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
David Montgomery.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. Here's Campbell on first down. This is caught. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
For Jimmy Graham.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. To throw again, and this one's caught. Another big play goes by a couple more.
Makes the score Bears.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier now is sack.
Third down.
But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. It's going to be caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, tie it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Campbell steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And able to find Graham, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number empirical.
And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
They threw everything at you that year, and yet you handled it like a pro. But your journey was just getting started. Take us through your next milestone.
A lot of league history is about rivalries between teams and players, and my career was no different.
Often what we see is that a division opponent who you play 2 times a year becomes a marquee rival. Which team was that for you?
There was already a very long and storied history between the two franchises, and then things escalated simply because of modern technology. The first thing that came up during media availability that week was the back and forth on social media. It seemed as if I had entered into the league's most talked about rivalry overnight. I didn't want to make this a bigger deal than it already was. At the end of the day, the only thing that mattered was my team coming out with a win on Sunday.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 5 of sports.
They say summer is the time to live in at Soldier Field. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
On the return.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. And Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The numbers for Jones last week, 15 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, and he finds Tyler Croft. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does. Because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. When they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he'll drop this underneath for Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Following the fumble recovery, Campbell. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have the right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one.
Good for a Chicago
Good pick up there at 22.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Campbell now off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Campbell. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The 30-yard line. Right off the bat. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Rodgers again now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Packer.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up
now Campbell from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And left side here, it's Graham. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spot right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
8-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Bears.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
That makes the score Bears 14.
And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packers offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Complete.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up.
Well, Charles, it's always contentious division rivalry. I'd say even a little spicier than we're used to. The well-documented war of words on social media between 2 of the top players on these teams. That has really added a layer of intrigue.
Well, we've never turned down a little extra zest to a game, have we? But you're absolutely right. The social media beef between these 2 stars, in a lot of ways, ridiculous, maybe even a little bit childish as most people would look at it. But it's also made this game one of the most talked about regular season matchups that you and I can remember. So I don't know that we're complaining. I know we also can't wait to see how it plays out on the field. And that's the thing to remember here. The one with the bragging rights will not be who gets the most likes or dislikes or whatever you want to put on social media because I'm not.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
At the Packers' 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. So they're trying for 2 successful. And they bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but you identified an open target and put it right on him.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll move the chains. So we have reached halftime here, and what's an 8-point? Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded right around the 8.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and it's a fumble.
Darnell Savage.
Fuck y'all thought y'all was going to give me that right back. Facehead ass.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Campbell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw is Campbell. Throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing.
And he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time.
After reviewing the play.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one. But getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And an important stop in a tight game there last time.
Always important to stop them. We know that. But as you noted,
under pressure, and they got to him again.
The quarterback
final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Going deep for Montgomery. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Automatic first down.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all.
Finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Josh Reynolds, 88 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard
play
line.
action. Campbell going deep this time for Miller. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Back to throw. Campbell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. Lets this one rip. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Lets this one rip toward... It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Good for a Chicago.
And it goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 30.
Here's Campbell throwing on first down. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Campbell now looking to throw on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
42 the mic, 42 the mic. Yo.
Looking to throw. Campbell. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch, and the score.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there, but they didn't pay attention.
And try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
The Packers take over first and 10. at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Khalil Mack.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partners. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Delay of game, offense.
What was that, man?
So that'll back him up 5.
Still third down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Roquan Smith.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Check. No. I'm here all day.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's all over.